You are now listening to the Going North podcast, where you'll receive tips and techniques to advance yourself. I'm your host, Dom Brightmon, and every week we're going to be hearing from an author who's going to share their expertise to help you charge forward in life. Now let's get on with the show. And today on the Going North podcast, we have, you guessed it, another author, but not just any author. We got another doctor in the house, the podcast house. This wonderful lady is a mother. She is a certified life coach, an award-winning author, a Christian counselor, and she has over 30 years of experience in the areas of ministry, and she's helped several churches as well as several church organizations. She's also a seminar leader, and she's also in the North Kakalaki area, so if you see a seminar and see this wonderful lady's face on the cover, you better go over there and go over there and get your shout on. And you're probably, who am I talking about? I'm talking about the wonderful Dr. Helena Hill. How are you today, ma'am?
I am doing just wonderful. And yourself?
Oh, doing great.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, so just gave the world a short little glimpse into the wonderful Dr. Hill. Mind filling in the cavities where I may have missed some fillings?
Okay, no problem whatsoever. I am a 4-time best-selling author of 2 different books. One is a devotional, 45 daily devotional, which is called Tea Time, Let's Talk Blends, and it's #1 in the nation as we speak. And I just came out with my second one, which is an anthology, and it's called Sold Out. And it has 19 other authors that is in a collaboration, which we're talking about different events that can help you build your faith, overcome, and become empowered through life changes. I am definitely here today due to the fact that I was given a blessing to be able to write my first book, and it became a 3-time bestseller within 2 months. And with that journey, that happened about 2.5 years ago, and current to this day, I'm also did my commercial, and it started being aired on the Now Network, which hits over 30 million homes. That's just a little about me.
So 30 years of ministry, now has a book that's being aired in over 30 million homes. Go figure.
Yeah, slightly so.
30s all around. That's what I'm talking about. So with all that experience, being a 4-time author, which is awesome, getting on the bestseller list, which is even more awesome indeed, what really inspired you just to become an author?
Well, to be frank, I never had a desire to become an author. It just happened. Just began to write down different things that I was doing through counseling, through my Christian counseling, in aiding people and assisting them. And I began to pretty much journal and put that journal together and made a devotional. And from there, things just started unraveling. And as I began to do this book, I had also partnered with the Residence Inn Suites in North Carolina at that particular time, and I would host my book live once a month as a community service. And in doing that, it just took on its own form, and it started being translated in different languages as well, and just took off. As nothing I can say that I really planned for. It just happened.
A happy accident.
Yes, it is. No regrets. Didn't know what I was doing, just talking.
Yeah, those are the real happy accidents. Other ones can be unspeakable.
Exactly. And look, we're going to be hush on that.
I'm guessing that goes deep before the pastoral life.
Exactly. Keep that buried.
Well, we'll keep that buried indeed. So with all of your experience now being a multi-time best-selling author, is there any advice would you give to someone who really needs some confidence to really get started writing because you kind of stumbled all into it? with your wonderful experience with counseling. So any advice you give to those looking to finally step into the business of immortality known as authorship?
Definitely. First of all, don't try to just put things together and make it perfect. That's where so many people make a mistake, or they procrastinate and they never get their book out. Just write. It's not a wrong way to write. Just write. Get your thoughts out clearly. The purpose of having an editor and a publishing company, that's what you pay them for, is to put it in reading terms. And so if you can just put your thoughts down and walk away and give yourself a break, or just do a little every day, and do a rough draft like we would do when we were in school. Do a rough draft and then come back, and you can critique it some, but you're not going to have it perfect, and don't try to get it perfect. And stay encouraged. Encourage yourself, because you're going to have days where it's going to feel like you can't write and you get writer's block and all those things. Just walk away from it and set yourself realistic goals in accomplishing it. Keep in mind that everyone is not going to see your vision. You're not going to have as many cheerleaders as you think you will have when you venture off. Some may say you don't have a story to write, but you know you have one. Everyone has something they can say that can encourage someone. And my thing is to stay encouraging, even when you have to encourage only yourself and no one else will encourage you. But do not give up. The best thing to do is to get a good publishing company and know the terms of what that publishing company offers. Is your royalties dispersed in percentages? Are you going to get entire royalties? Is the publishing company you're going to work for or give your services to, is it one that is beneficial to your or can magnify and push your book, or is it going to rewrite your whole book? Those are things that's very important that you must research what publishing company you're going to use, depending on what type of writing that you're going to do. And at the end of the day, you don't want to be upside down in dispersing your work. Those are the main things, and you can do it. You can do it.
That's what I'm talking about, indeed. That's what I'm talking about, indeed. Yeah, you don't want to be upside down during the publishing process of your book. I mean, you're probably already metaphorically upside down while you're writing the book, trying to get it out there and at least get something done.
Yeah, but you definitely don't want to stay that way. And you get a publishing company that has a quality reputation. There's no need of you investing your money in a publishing company that cannot produce or help produce a bestseller. That's a waste of money.
Yeah, we don't want to waste that. That's like one of the most powerful resources ever next to time itself.
Exactly. Exactly, because you want your book to be able to get your story out. And if you decide to invest in a publishing company that you can't pick up their book off of a shelf or go online and get their book, something is, you need to look at that. That's very important.
There you go, indeed. There you go, indeed. And what company did you go to publish your book?
My company that I've gone to is Purposely Created Publishing Company, and they're awesome. And
right,
they're out of Maryland. Mm-hmm.
Oh, even better. DMV swag.
Yes.
So there you have it, folks. Purposely Created Designs. That's the name, right?
Oh, yes. Purposely Created Publishing Company.
There you go. So there's the name of the publishing company, the one that the doctor went to because she didn't want to go the self-published route where extra work is going to be put on your back. So there you go, folks. Because not everybody has the courage to self-publish a book, because at the end of the day, you still got to be the flag for your own book. But at the same time, it's going to be even more work being a self-published author.
You're correct. It still you still can hold your integrity about being an independent author, because some people don't understand. You still have the integrity of your work as an independent author. Because I am an independent author, but I've gone through a publishing company, like you said, versus you self-publishing it. And because when you work with a team, you can get more done. And especially if you're new to the industry of authorship, you need all the help you can get.
Yes, ma'am, indeed. So speaking of help, what trials did you have to overcome in order to get to where you currently are?
Mainly what I went through is almost like a culture shock of those around me because, again, like I first stated, I never mentioned of going into authorship. And so everyone's pretty stunned that I had went that route. And it was favorable and unfavorable. And I had people that honestly, reportedly had stated, say, well, oh, she's not saying nothing, it's nothing to say. And with that, I had to encourage myself and believe that, yes, what I have to say is gonna impact someone. It's gonna change at least one person's life. I'm gonna say two because it changed me as I was writing it. So I knew someone else they could benefit. If I benefited from it, someone else would be able to as well. And I tried to share at least with 3 people before I turned everything over to my publisher, just to give me feedback. And yes, to say that some of the feedback was good and some, it could have been discouraging where I would not have sent it. But I think for those who choose to be the critic, and I had to realize that when you are sharing your work, be careful because some people are criticizing you. Don't take what they say at heart because you can take it at heart and turn around and not complete what you start. You be the finisher. And for me, I went through disappointments with people who I thought that could or would have been supportive towards the work or the different avenue I was taking. And it didn't happen that way. I didn't have people who actually would come and support me as I would go and share with the community tea time at the hotel. I was thinking that other people was going to come and all that good stuff. And people who I thought that would come, they did not. But I had strangers that traveled so far, over an hour and a half away, just to come and be at tea time and hear what I had to say. And so it was something to overcome. But now it was standing room only. By the time I left North Carolina, because I'm in Texas now. I recently moved to Texas. Yeah, and enjoying it since I've only been here a couple months. And when I left North Carolina, it was standing room only. So even though the people did not come that I thought it would support me, I had so many faces I've never met before. Off in social media, they would travel and everything else and come to meet me and to be a part of tea time. So it was an overcoming experience. I had to stop looking for familiar faces and embrace new faces.
Wow. So what inspired the move to Texas?
My husband, we had to move for health reasons, and so we moved into a warmer climate and somewhere I'd never been before. But it has been beneficial. It really has. Doors has opened for me here, and we just had this past weekend, we had a book launch, 3-day book launch party in Dallas of the new book sold out. So it was really nice.
I bet you sold out too, didn't you?
Exactly. Amazon, there's no books. So you go on Amazon, you can't even get a book. So that's really what happened. Every last book is sold. Oh my goodness. So we're in production trying to get some more on hand. And that's a good thing.
Darn right it is. Well, that's amazing. Well, I thought you were in North Kakalaki. I was about to talk with you offline about possible family you might see over there since I got family in North Carolina, but I guess that talking points out the window.
Look, North Carolina is home, but, I transitioned, so I was Fort Bragg, military area.
Yeah, my dad was stationed out there during his time as an airborne paratrooper at one point.
All right. Yay. North Carolina.
Yeah, every time we would drive past road trips, he'd just yell out, "Oh, there's Peterburg right there."
Oh, so you must have loved 95, huh?
Not all the time.
I'm with you.
Not all the time.
That's a long road.
Oh, man. With becoming an author, I'm pretty sure there have been others who've inspired you. So in addition to the Bible, what other books have really inspired you to be the wonderful doctor that you are today?
I am a T.D. Jakes fanatic. T.D. Jakes, Cindy Trim, Joyce Myers, Paula White, Rob Parsley, John Eckhart. So those are the ones at Miles Monroe. Those are the ones that I'll pick them up and read in a minute. They have very inspiring books. Especially my favorite one is Reposition Yourself by T.D. Jakes, and he really talk to you in reference of just taking the limits off. And that was really encouraging and inspiring for me, especially when I was dealing with different obstacles of, looking at support, and I had to reposition myself. And this transition now that we're moving from North Carolina, we have moved from North Carolina to Texas and trying to get accustomed to being the new kid on the block. So used to being at places where pretty much a lot of people know me. But with the books of the inspired writers or authors, such as T.D. Jakes, I'm really encouraged with what they have to say. And like I said, when he spoke of repositioning himself, and he had a section in his book, in this particular book, that was geared to women, and for women to be able to strive in success. And a lot of times with us getting in any field, we have issues with succeeding or challenges in a dominantly male industry regardless across the board. And so in this particular book, he shares with us, with women, secrets of success for women. So like I said, really encouraged.
Good list of authors right there. T.D. Jakes, I listen to more of his audio programs than his books, but Miles Monroe, he's also a heavy hitter as well. My man left way too soon.
Yes. Yes. Really enjoyed them.
Yeah, I think my favorite book from Miles Monroe thus far is probably In Pursuit of Purpose. That's probably a favorite from him thus far.
I tell you, they are, those men are, they really can change your life if you take the time to read. Some people read and they don't digest it. But if you take the time to read what they're sharing with you, you'll be surprised how you can apply it in your daily life.
Well, and speaking of surprises, if you were to go back a couple years in time and you were 25 in 2018, with all this available technology and all of your knowledge of your life up to this point, what advice would you give to yourself?
Pace yourself. Don't be so overly anxious to get to the next phase. Learn. Take the time to enjoy and learn each process that you go through. Because before I was just trying to hurry up and get this done, goal setting and achieving, and without enjoying the process. So I would easily get aggravated and frustrated. But if I was 25 in 2018 at this time, I would say utilize every resource. Don't just stay focused only on one set of things. Because, I used to do things just one way only. I would just handwrite everything, have a computer, but wouldn't utilize the computer, just handwrite, Now you can't get me to stop using the computer. No. Forget the handwriting. That's foolishness. That's crazy. So much time consuming. I can cut and paste. Yeah. So it's important to stay current, even in 2018, to focus on being current, up to date with things that are around you, not to be closed-minded, because I was one of those persons. I'm only going to focus only on this, and I multitask, but times I would get into a zone where I didn't want to do nothing but one thing, and I missed opportunities because of that. So if I was 25, I would tell myself, hey, you know what? Make sure you're open-minded. Don't lose out on opportunities because you're so focused on looking at things one way. I had to change my perception.
Well, there you have it, folks. When you got yourself one of those Honda Accords, don't try to ride a bicycle.
That's right.
Handwriting's still good for the soul, but when you got yourself one of them computers and you type long enough, you'll get faster and faster, and boom, you'll explode.
Exactly.
Well, all right. For those who want to keep in touch with you and find you at future events where you probably even serving some tea out in Texas, where can we keep in touch with you?
You can always keep in touch with me on Facebook at Tea Time LTB, or Twitter, Timeless, or Instagram, Tea Time Let's Talk Blends, or you can contact me on my Gmail account, teatimeletstalkblends@gmail.com. Either one, you can check me out or go on my website at bit.ly/2, capital H, capital V, capital H, lowercase ILL, and see what my schedule is and see if I'm in a city near you.
Well, there you have it, folks. The doctor's coming to a city near you with some tea, with some knowledge, some inspiration, and some healing coming your way. Yes, go ahead and buy some copies of the book so that way you can be sold out in terms of the book as well.
Yes.
Thanks a bunch for your listening ears on the Going North podcast. I hope you really, really enjoyed that episode. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to share it with your friends and family, especially those who love podcasts and love listening to some inspiration and motivation. And keep a lookout for the sequel to Going North, Tips and Techniques to Advance Yourself, in October 2018. And if you'd like to connect with me directly, feel free to shoot me an email at dombrightmon@gmail.com. Make the rest